Now, my YouTube subscribers may be very confused. They may be like, wait, you had a Twitch? And I did have a Twitch. Back in the days of yore, when I first started this whole VTubing career, the people on Twitter were like, well, most indie VTubers use Twitch. You should go on there. No one's going to care about YouTube. I'm like, okay. So I started a Twitch, and I did pretty good. I actually got affiliate on there after like a month, although it was after I gave up. It was kind of funny. But quickly, I learned several things about Twitch that made it inferior to like every other platform out there. Now, I see that a lot of people think that Twitch is the king of streaming, and you want to know why? It's because of the chat. They're like, I want a good chat system. I want to talk to my community. But as someone who doesn't give a shit about chatting, like, okay, if my subscribers want to chat, that's fine, awesome, fantastic. I personally don't engage in either chatting with VTubers or in my chat, which is why I don't do streaming often, because I pay more attention to my game. I mean, I read it, but I don't engage, if you know what I mean. So it's something that didn't relate to me personally. But other than that, if you take away the chat aspect, Twitch has nothing. For one, their analytics take eons to update, like so long. It took it like 3 days to realize that I had 3 average viewers, and that was unacceptable with how big the platform is. And unless you advertise your stream, you're not going to get new viewers. Like, there'll be a few, maybe, if your category is like niche, but not too niche. It can't be too niche, because if it's too niche, no one's going to click it. But it can't be too popular, because everyone's going to click the streamers on the top, which is how Twitch works. The more viewers you have, the more your stream is pushed towards the top, which means it's not friendly towards new streamers at fucking all. Unless you have a community already existing and you bring them to Twitch, and then your videos get boosted from there. And here's the thing. Twitch doesn't have VODs. Even affiliates, I think partners get like 60 days or something like that, but affiliates get 14 and non-affiliates get 7 days, and then their video is lost to the void forever. That's why a lot of people have an archive channel on YouTube. A lot of people click too, and that's how they get a lot of viewers. Not from Twitch, but from YouTube. And those people go to Twitch because they're like, I want to see more of this person. But overall, Twitch is just, not only is the community toxic as hell, and that there's a lot of shitty streamers on there. I'm not apologizing for that at all, because there are a lot of shitty streamers. The environment just isn't friendly. Like, yeah, YouTube ain't exactly sunshine and rainbows, but it's more camaraderie, I believe. Like, in my community tab, like, you guys, you engage because you want it, it's fun, and it's like, overall, not that bad. And here's the reason why I ended up switching to YouTube. Okay, first, after Twitch failed abysmally, I went to TikTok, amassed 1,000 followers, I think, and then I gave up on that because I'm like, this isn't going anywhere. So I went back to YouTube. I had lost my voice by that point. Lost my voice, decided to rebrand, give up on the VTuber thing, upload remixes that are underrated. And then I noticed I started getting subscribers that were into Touhou, and I went, wait a minute, this might be my chance. So I decided to switch over to making original content once my voice healed. And through that and the music uploading, I realized why YouTube is superior. It is the steady growth. Now on Twitch, you don't get steady growth. Sure, you can get followers and subscribers, but unless you constantly push yourself on like Twitter or on YouTube, the odds of you getting growth without a shout out is like abysmal, like absolutely impossible. And on YouTube, even if you're not a streamer, then your YouTube's, as long as you're consistent with tagging and you have good thumbnails and you drag people in, because you get a lot of impressions. And the impressions, you can get like 10,000 impressions, but only 200 views, because it's all about a skill issue. Yeah, luck plays a role, but unless you put yourself in the position to get that luck, you're not going to get anything from it. So good tagging, good thumbnail, whatever. And that allows your channel to grow. And I realized that, and I'm like, oh, so that makes it a lot better than Twitch in that regard, because you actually have a chance to grow without needing a shout out, without needing to constantly shill yourself on Reddit or Twitter or all that. I'm sorry, X, whatever. I refuse to call it that. But to that end, basically, YouTube is a lot more friendly. And now let's talk about streaming on YouTube. I don't stream on YouTube, but I have friends who do. And here's the advantage to streams on YouTube. One, you can schedule them. So people will know ahead of time that you're going to stream at this specific time, so they know, I can make myself available to watch that, instead of about a minute before you're streaming, hey guys, I'm live. And it's like, sure, you can have a schedule, but let's be real. Most people are going to notice live in a few days over a schedule that only people on Twitter are going to read, or I guess the community tab. But overall, the scheduling is a lot better. The thumbnail, it can catch people's attentions, and the titles, because you can do a thumbnail and a title in advance. So it can be like a funny thumbnail and title, so people know what they're in for. And secondly, you can tag the bot, and the bot stays indefinitely. It's always there, and it's always being pushed by the algorithm. So one day someone could be like, mind their own business. They get your stream from like 6 months ago, and they click it, and they can watch it, and it gives you watch time, which helps you become a YouTube partner. So you see what I mean? Even after the stream is done, it's still benefiting your channel. Unlike with Twitch, where your stream is done and it's irrelevant. Like, it does not matter anymore. So, in that regard, YouTube is vastly superior. So, it will always push your streams. It'll get your watch time. You get to schedule it. You basically get to tag it and make sure people watch it. And the thumbnails are a big bonus too. So, if you use Twitch, that's fine. I'm not saying not to. But if you're stubborn and saying, I'll never grow on YouTube, stop it. Because you will probably grow twice as fast on YouTube. Especially if you're already somewhat established on Twitch and say, hey, I'm streaming on YouTube. I guarantee a lot of the people watching you on Twitch are only watching you on Twitch because you're not anywhere else. Most of the world uses YouTube, okay? So if you say, I'm going on YouTube, they will 100% follow you there. However, vice versa is not true. If you're like, I'm going to go stream on Twitch now, a lot of your YouTube followers will not follow you to Twitch because they don't like Twitch. The layout is stupid and annoying to use. And here's another thing I love about YouTube streaming. You can rewind the VOD. So let's say someone is live. You could be like, I'm going to rewind it so I can catch up. You can't do that on Twitch. And let's not forget all the stupid advertisements on Twitch. Yeah, YouTube has advertisements too, but they're easier to manage, and you're not constantly bombarded with commercials that you cannot skip. Unless it's like really egregious, in which case just use an ad blocker. I'm not a fan of ad blockers as a content creator, but if you need to, go ahead. I'm not gonna fucking blame you for that. So in that regard, yes, YouTube is superior again. So all in all Twitch has for it is I guess the better chatting system, and maybe I can't think of anything else. The chatting community is probably the only thing that Twitch has over YouTube, and that's about it. YouTube has everything else, and that's without YouTube really trying. They're half-assing this at best, but because they're the video juggernaut, because that's another thing YouTube has over Twitch. You can't do pre-recorded content on Twitch. I mean, you can, but you still have to stream it, and you have to mark it as pre-recorded. But on YouTube, you're like, I want to do an essay that's not live, and I want to do it edited, and I want to talk, and I want to blah, 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 blah. You can do that on a day where you're not streaming. On Twitch, it's always got to be a stream, and that limits it greatly when you want to be a general content creator. Because what if you don't want to stream? YouTube's better. And a lot of YouTubers that I know don't use YouTube. They use Twitch because that's just what people said were popular. And it's funny, if you're on Twitter and you're like, I had an achievement on YouTube, no one cares. They don't give a flying fuck. Unless it has Twitch in the fucking post, don't care. And that's annoying because a lot of the biggest organizations, Hololive, Nizi Sanji, Idol Corp, Phase Connect, they all use YouTube. And for good reason, because it's just better and it has a bigger audience. If you want to grow, use YouTube. Listen, 10,000 viewers, That's considered huge on Twitch. On YouTube, that's like average for a popular VTuber. It's like nothing. So if you have money signs in your eyes and you want to grow, use YouTube. Guarantee it. Just be consistent. Make sure you have good thumbnails. You're catchy. You're not boring like I am, and you'll make it. Okay? So thank you for watching this video, and I will be seeing you in the next one with regular scheduled Touhou content.